Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Arpita. A very warm welcome to all of you. The topic for today's discussion is biofertilizers. Biofertilizers are substances that contains microorganisms, living or latent cells. So from the very word we can understand that biofertilizers have got something to do with living organism. The word bio itself is related to living organisms. It increases the nutrients of host plants when applied to their seeds, plant surfaces or soil by colonizing the rhizosphere of the plant. Rhizosphere is the area surrounding the root. Biofertilizers are cost effective as compared to chemical fertilizers, and the most important point to be noted here is that application of biofertilizer is indispensable in regard to sustainable development. It is extremely eco-friendly, pollution-free, and therefore serves to be an important tool in saving and protecting our environment. The microorganisms in biofertilizers restore the soil's natural nutrient cycle and build organic matter. So when these biofertilizers are added to the soil, they not only increase the fertility of the soil, they also keep the soil health. They also maintain the soil health and promote the soil health, which is extremely beneficial for plants to grow. Through the use of biofertilizers, healthy plants can be grown while enhancing the sustainability and health of the soil. Soil integrity is also maintained by the application of biofertilizers. Biofertilizers provide eco-friendly organic agro inputs. Rhizobium, Azotobacter, Azospirillum and blue-green algae are perhaps the species with the longest history of use as biofertilizers. So these organisms serves as age-old components of biofertilizers. Rhizobium inoculant is used for leguminous crops, especially those crops which belong to the family Leguminosae, because they increase the nitrogen content of the soil because they have the capacity to fix atmospheric nitrogen. So now we'll come to the types of biofertilizers. Biofertilizers are of three major types, like the bacterial biofertilizer, fungal and cyanobacterial. Other than these, like certain seaweeds are also there, like algal components are also there, which serves as biofertilizers. Now starting with bacteria. Rhizobium. Symbiotic nitrogen fixation by rhizobium with legumes contributes substantially to total nitrogen fixation. We know that rhizobium helps in nitrogen fixation as they grow, thrive in the root nodules of leguminous plants. They fix atmospheric nitrogen and thus enrich the soil. Rhizobium inoculation is a well-known agronomic practice to ensure adequate nitrogen. One of the most widespread species is Rhizobium leguminosarum. Apart from this, other species are also there, but this is the most widespread one. Now, other than Rhizobium, Bacillus species are also there, like Bacillus thuringiensis, Bacillus licheniformis, Bacillus subtilis, then Pristia, Azotobacter, Pseudomonas, Streptomyces, Azospirillum. These are also very, very famous. These are also extremely important and they play a potential role as biofertilizers. Next, we'll talk about fungi. Mycorrhizal species, mainly Glomus, Rhizophagus, Gigaspora and Trichoderma, are extremely important, and these are mention worthy in this regard because they have proved their potential in increasing the soil health and soil fertility, and thus have contributed a lot towards agriculture. Next, we'll talk about cyanobacteria and its role as biofertilizer. Cyanobacteria like spirulina, nostoc, tolipothrix, anabina, Olusira, all these play a very important role as biofertilizers. Like some of these cyanobacterial organisms, they have the capacity to fix atmospheric nitrogen. They fix, like nostoc has the heterocyst. You must have studied about this. The heterocyst help in fixing atmospheric nitrogen, and as they are capable of fixing atmospheric nitrogen, they are able to maintain soil health and contribute a lot towards agricultural growth of our nation. So biofertilizers work through multiple mechanisms. Plant growth promoting rhizobacteria like PGPR and mycorrhizae generally thought to increase the fixation of atmospheric nitrogen. This is what we have been talking about. So they convert inorganic phosphorus compounds into soluble form. Soluble form means absorbable forms. Plants need to absorb the nutrients, the minerals from the soil. So if they are not in the soluble form, there will be no absorption. They increase the bioavailability of minerals in the soil and synthesize phytohormones that promote growth, such as auxins and gibberellins. Then we'll briefly discuss about its advantages. It improves the soil texture and enhances plant outputs. They prevent infections from flourishing. Biofertilizers are eco-friendly fertilizers, that is, they don't harm the environment and are cost effective. So whatever we are doing, this cost effective point, this point has to be kept in mind. If this is satisfied, then it is easy for us to implement it. It also destroys the harmful substances which create diseases in plant. Even in semi-arid circumstances, biofertilizers have proven themselves to be extremely beneficial. Now, if we especially talk about soil treatment, biofertilizers can be used to treat soil since they restore the soil's original fertility. Now, these are not chemicals, so they don't tamper, they don't distort the soil molecules, or they don't disturb the soil health. They don't kill the soil flora, the microorganisms that are there in the soil. So in that way, they are extremely beneficial. For soil treatment, biofertilizers are mixed with compost fertilizers, and the mixture is kept for a night. Then it is spread into the soil where seed is to be sown. This is one way. Another is seed treatment. So we can also use organic fertilizers to treat the seeds. For seed treatment process, seeds are soaked in a mixture of nitrogen and phosphorus fertilizers. Thereafter, the seeds dry out and harden as quickly as possible. So these are some of the possible advantages of using biofertilizers. So this is how we come to the end of our lecture. I hope you have enjoyed learning something new. You have enjoyed understanding how important biofertilizers are for our country, for our nature, and for our economy. So till then, happy learning. Stay connected for many more such new videos. Till then, bye-bye.